If just 2 tiny cloves could change your entire health in 7 days, would you dare to try? Take a moment and really think about that question. 2 little buds, looking like miniature wooden nails, sitting quietly in a spice jar on your kitchen shelf. They don't look like much, but could they possibly do more than a handful of expensive pills? More than what modern medicine has ever imagined? Hello, my name is Dr. James. I've been practicing medicine and studying nutrition for more than 35 years. Over those decades, I've watched thousands of my patients struggle with chronic diseases after turning 60. High blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, memory loss, fatty liver, even cancer risks. These aren't just words you read in a medical journal. They are real people sitting across from me in the exam room every single day. And here's the part that breaks my heart. So many of these conditions could have been prevented if only we had paid attention to the small things, the little habits, the forgotten foods that carry such enormous power. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, 2021, more than 70% of adults over 60 are living with at least one chronic disease. The rates of heart disease and type 2 diabetes are double compared to people in their 40s and 50s. The risk of dementia is 5 times higher. Here in the United States, the National Institute on Aging 2021 reported nearly 6 in 10 Americans over 65 live with 2 or more chronic illnesses. Over half of hospital admissions are related to complications from high blood pressure, diabetes, or liver and kidney problems. On average, an older adult in America takes 5 different medications every single day just to manage symptoms. What does that mean? It means aging doesn't just bring tired muscles or aching joints. It brings financial pressure, emotional weight, and the constant fear of illness stealing away your golden years. And yet, sitting quietly in a little spice jar in your kitchen, there may be a forgotten secret, something used in traditional medicine for thousands of years, and now, slowly but surely, being confirmed by modern science. Cloves, those dried flower buds shaped like tiny nails, are known mostly as a warm holiday spice for baked ham, pumpkin pie, or mulled cider. But very few people realize inside they contain eugenol, which makes up 70–90% of their essential oil. Eugenol is considered one of the most powerful natural antioxidants known. According to the Journal of Medicinal Food, 2018, cloves have an ORAC antioxidant capacity score many times higher than blueberries, pomegranates, or apples, the very fruits we often think of as superfoods. Just 2 little cloves provide almost exactly the daily optimal amount of eugenol considered safe by the World Health Organization, 2021. So here's the question I want to ask you. If all you had to do was chew 2 cloves a day, and within 7 days you could feel real changes in your liver, heart, blood sugar, memory, immune system, even those nagging aches, would you be willing to give it a try? And now here's my invitation to you. Imagine tens of thousands of people across the world, Americans, Canadians, Australians, Indians, Vietnamese, all joining together in one simple experiment. 2 cloves a day for 7 days. This isn't just theory in a textbook. This is something you can feel in your own body. So before I walk you through what happens on each of those 7 days, I'd love for you to leave a comment below with the name of your country. Because wouldn't it be something special to see people from New York, Los Angeles, Sydney, Toronto, London, and small villages across Asia and Africa, all standing together on this same journey of health and renewal. Let's show the world that life after 60 is not about surrendering to age. It's about choosing to act every single day, starting with something as simple as 2 tiny cloves. In just a moment, I'll share with you, on day 1, how your body experiences an antioxidant explosion. On day 2, how your immune system begins to awaken. And by day 7, the surprising change that might make you feel 10 years younger. But first, don't forget, drop the name of your country in the comments below, because this is more than an individual experiment. This is a global movement, a shared discovery of how nature and science together can help us reclaim our health. Have you ever felt like your body was rusting from the inside out? I'm not talking about gray hair or wrinkles. Those are just surface signs of aging. What I mean is the silent wear and tear happening deep inside, at the cellular level, every single day, year after year. Scientists call the culprit free radicals, unstable molecules in the body like sparks short-circuiting your wiring. They damage DNA, weaken the heart and brain, stress the liver and kidneys, and speed up the aging process. And here's the amazing part. On the very first day you chew 2 cloves, your body begins what I call an antioxidant revolution. An internal cleanup crew that starts putting out those sparks before they set a fire. Cloves are packed with eugenol, a powerful phenolic compound proven to neutralize free radicals. According to the Journal of Medicinal Food, 2018, out of 50 common spices tested, cloves ranked number 1 in antioxidant capacity, far surpassing cinnamon, turmeric, even blueberries. In fact, cloves have an ORAC score more than 30 times higher than blueberries, which we often call an anti-aging superfood. When you chew 2 cloves, these phenolic compounds are released directly into your bloodstream. Within just hours, they begin to neutralize free radicals, lowering oxidative stress in your heart, brain, and liver. Boost glutathione, the body's master antioxidant, defending your DNA from damage. Stabilize cell membranes, helping your cells function smoothly, reducing premature degeneration. I'll never forget a patient of mine, Alina, 72, from New York. She came to me saying, "Doctor, I feel like my body is breaking down faster than it should." Her skin was dry, her hair thinning. She was constantly fatigued, struggling to sleep, and often forgetful. Lab tests showed high oxidative stress. Her body was overloaded with free radicals. I suggested something simple: chew 2 cloves slowly each morning after breakfast. She raised an eyebrow, skeptical. "You really think these little dried buds can make a difference?" But she agreed to try. Just 3 days later, she called me, her voice full of surprise. "Doctor, I don't know if it's the cloves, but I wake up clearer. I don't feel that heavy fog in my head anymore. And I'm not craving sweets like I used to." That's what happens when oxidative stress drops. Your cells release energy more efficiently, and your mind feels lighter, sharper. I want you to understand, these aren't just theories in a lab. For the heart, eugenol protects the delicate lining of your blood vessels from oxidative damage, helping prevent the buildup of plaque that leads to atherosclerosis. For the brain uses more oxygen than any other organ, making it especially vulnerable to free radicals. Antioxidants from cloves act like a shield for your neurons, reducing risks of memory decline and Alzheimer's. A study in Neurochemistry International 2019 found that clove phenolic compounds protect brain cells from oxidative stress, opening new doors for preventing neurodegenerative diseases. Why day one matters? You might wonder, can just one day really make a difference? Yes, because day one is when your body begins the repair process. Think of it this way. For years, free radicals have been piling up like garbage inside your cells. When cloves arrive, they act like a cleanup crew getting to work right away. You might not see dramatic changes yet, but inside, your DNA, heart, and brain are already being shielded. Many of my patients describe day one as feeling like a fresh breeze blowing through the body. I need to emphasize, more is not better. The safe dose is 2 cloves per day, as recommended by the WHO 2021. If you eat too many, say 6 or 7 cloves, you may experience stomach irritation, nausea, or even issues with blood clotting. So remember, consistency beats excess. Let nature work at its own pace. Day one with 2 cloves is not a miracle cure, but it is a powerful first step. Like the first walk around the block when you start exercising. You may not lose weight immediately, but you've changed your future by changing your habit. With cloves, day one is when the antioxidant explosion begins, laying the foundation for everything that follows. Stronger immunity, better blood sugar, liver detox, heart protection, even cancer prevention. And here's where it gets even more exciting. Once your body is cleaned up by antioxidants on day one, on day two, your immune system, your silent army of protectors, wakes up and goes on high alert, ready to fight bacteria, viruses, even seasonal colds. You'll see that just 2 tiny cloves don't just make you feel healthier. They actually help you defend yourself naturally, without relying on a handful of pills. Let's move together into day 2 when your immune system awakens. Do you remember the last time you came down with a cold or the flu? Maybe it was just this past winter when the weather shifted, or maybe it was after spending time with your grandkids. By the time we're in our 60s and beyond, most of us notice something very real. Our immune system just isn't as resilient as it once was. A simple cold lingers for a week. A small cut takes longer to heal. Our defenses, once strong, feel worn down. But here's the remarkable part. On the second day of adding 2 cloves to your routine, your body doesn't just enjoy the antioxidant shield from day one. Something deeper begins. It's as if your immune system gets a fresh tune-up, like renewing the strength of an army that's been weary for years. I often tell my patients to picture the immune system like the security force of a city. You have the police officers, the neutrophils, the special forces unit, the natural killer cells, and the rapid response team, the T cells and B cells. But after 60, this army weakens. The numbers shrink, the reaction times slow, and the invaders, bacteria, viruses, even mold, slip past more easily. That's why seasonal flu, pneumonia, and even minor infections can become serious threats for older adults. Research has shown that eugenol and flavonoids in cloves have strong antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral activity. A study in Phytotherapy Research, 2020, demonstrated that clove oil inhibited the growth of harmful bacteria like E. coli and Staphylococcus aureus. Another paper in the Journal of Immunotoxicology, 2019, reported that clove extract enhanced the activity of macrophages, the frontline soldiers that engulf invading microbes. Within the first 48 hours of consistent use, eugenol circulates in your bloodstream and begins to retrain immune cells. White blood cells respond faster. Natural killer cells, The elite special forces become sharper at spotting and destroying virus-infected or abnormal cells. Your body's environment shifts into one that's hostile to microbe across the gut, the skin, even the respiratory tract. On day 1, cloves cleaned up the battlefield, reducing oxidative stress. On day 2, your body has the resources to activate and retrain the immune army. Think of it like this. Day 1 was about fortifying the walls of your city. Day 2 is about drilling the soldiers inside to be faster, stronger, sharper. Now, your body doesn't just defend passively. It's ready to push invaders back at the gates. Even though cloves support immunity, they do not replace vaccines or necessary medications. If you're on immune-suppressing drugs, such as after an organ transplant, you must consult your physician first. If you're taking antibiotics, cloves can complement your healing, but they are not a substitute. What I want you to understand is this. Cloves provide a solid foundation for your immune system to work better. They aren't a magic shield, but they give your body a fighting chance. Day 2 with 2 cloves feels like flipping the switch back on for your immune defenses. You may feel more energized. You'll notice fewer sniffles and random colds. Most importantly, you'll start to feel that sense of control again, like you're no longer at the mercy of every germ in the air. And here's what comes next. Once your immune system is tuned up, something equally vital begins on day 3. Your body starts to optimize blood sugar and energy metabolism. Imagine not only being better protected, but also having steadier blood sugar, fewer sugar cravings, and lasting energy throughout the day. Let's continue together into day 3 when your blood sugar and metabolism begin to transform. Have you ever felt like you were stuck in a sweet but dangerous cycle? In the morning, it's coffee and a pastry. By lunchtime, you're craving something sugary again. By the afternoon, you feel drained, reaching for a piece of chocolate or a soda just to stay awake. And then the cycle repeats, your blood sugar rising and crashing like a roller coaster you can't get off. After 60, that cycle isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. It can lead straight to prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. But something remarkable begins to happen on day 3 of chewing 2 little cloves. Your body starts to find its balance again, regaining control of blood sugar, optimizing energy, and even stabilizing your mood. The key player here is eugenol, the primary phenolic compound in cloves. Research shows that eugenol improves insulin sensitivity, meaning insulin works more effectively as the key that lets glucose into your cells for energy. A study in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology, 2019, found that people taking 250 mg of clove extract daily for 30 days had significantly lower post-meal blood sugar compared to a control group. Another study in Nutrition Research, 2018, showed that clove polyphenols protect the beta cells of the pancreas, the very cells that produce insulin, from oxidative stress damage. In other words, cloves don't just help your body use insulin more efficiently. They also help protect the pancreas itself, keeping your insulin factory running smoothly. Cloves are also rich in manganese, an essential cofactor for enzymes that metabolize glucose, helping the body burn sugar for energy instead of leaving it to circulate in the bloodstream. Here's how I explain it to my older patients. Before cloves, your blood sugar is like a wild horse, racing up and down, leaving you exhausted. With cloves, Insulin works better, that horse gets tamed and now it runs steadily, giving you stable energy all day. That's why by day 3, so many people notice less sugar craving, steadier moods, and clearer thinking. Few realize that blood sugar swings don't just affect the body, they directly impact the mind. When blood sugar spikes too high right arrow, you feel restless, irritable. When blood sugar crashes right arrow, you feel drained, even depressed. By stabilizing glucose, cloves also stabilize emotions and mental clarity. In fact, a study in the Journal of Psychopharmacology, 2020, found that blood sugar fluctuations are directly linked to increased risk of depression in older adults. So balancing blood sugar is not only good for your heart, it's good for your mental health. If you're already taking diabetes medication, always talk with your doctor before adding cloves. Because when combined, your blood sugar could drop too low without proper monitoring. And remember, don't overdo it. 2 cloves a day is the safe, effective dose. More than that may irritate the stomach or affect blood clotting. Day 3 with 2 cloves is the day you begin breaking free from the blood sugar roller coaster. Cravings start to fade. Energy evens out. Your body uses glucose more efficiently. And most importantly, you begin to feel like you're back in control, no longer a prisoner of sugar swings and mood crashes. And here's the exciting part. Once your body has steadied its energy and blood sugar, day 4 opens a new door. That's when your liver, the master detox organ, begins to cleanse, rejuvenate, and repair itself. Let's continue into day 4 when your liver is cleansed and restored. I often tell my patients, the heart may be the pump, but the liver is the waste treatment plant. Every minute, the liver filters nearly 1.5 liters of blood. It carries out over 500 different functions, from protein synthesis and bile production to carbohydrate metabolism. When the liver is struggling, toxins pile up and you feel it. Fatigue, yellowish skin, bad breath, itchy skin, even rashes. After 60, the risks rise steeply. Fatty liver, cirrhosis, drug-induced liver injury. According to the American Liver Foundation, 2020, nearly 1 in 3 Americans over 60 has fatty liver disease, and many don't even know it. Modern studies show that eugenol in cloves may reduce liver inflammation by lowering pro-inflammatory cytokines, protect liver cells from oxidative stress caused by toxins, promote regeneration of damaged liver tissue. In Food and Chemical Toxicology, 2017, animal studies showed eugenol reduced liver enzyme levels, ALT/AST, markers of liver injury. A Journal of Medicinal Food 2019 study found clove polyphenols reduced fat buildup in the liver, helping prevent non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. That means by day 4, your liver is already starting to lighten its load. Toxins are processed more effectively, and self-repair pathways are being activated. Picture your liver as a waste treatment facility. If you dump in garbage every day, alcohol, meds, processed food, the system backs up, waste piles up, and pollution leaks out. But when you add 2 cloves, it's like hiring more workers and bringing in better equipment. The waste is processed faster, cleaner, with no backlog. The result? You feel lighter, your skin brightens, your energy improves, even your breath smells fresher. While cloves support liver health, if you have advanced liver disease or take multiple medications, consult your doctor first to avoid drug interactions. And never consume clove essential oil directly. It's far too concentrated and can be toxic to the liver if taken by mouth. Whole cloves are safe. Day 4 with 2 cloves is the day your liver begins to breathe again. No longer sluggish and overloaded. Actively cleansing blood, removing toxins, even regenerating cells to restore balance. When your liver functions well, you notice it. More energy, deeper sleep, brighter skin, a lighter spirit. And here's the wonderful ripple effect. When the liver is freed from its heavy burden, your entire circulatory system benefits too. On day 5, cloves extend their power to the heart and blood vessels, strengthening cardiovascular health, lowering stroke risk, and restoring healthy circulation. Let's step into day 5 when your heart is protected and your circulation reborn. Did you know that every 36 seconds in the United States, someone dies from heart disease? That's not just a cold statistic. It could be a father, a mother, a dear friend. And after 60, many of us begin to feel our heart speaking up, an irregular beat, rising blood pressure, or that uncomfortable tightness in the chest when we take a walk. But here's the hopeful news. On day 5 of your journey with 2 cloves a day, your heart begins receiving what I like to call special care. Your blood vessels become more flexible, circulation improves, and the aging of your arteries begins to slow down. Every single day, your heart pumps more than 500 liters of blood, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body. But when your arteries are inflamed, clogged with plaque, or damaged by free radicals, your heart has to strain harder to do its job. After 60, the risks climb sharply. High blood pressure, nearly 70% of Americans over 65 live with it, CDC, 2021. Atherosclerosis, arteries narrowing with fatty plaque. Stroke, one of the leading causes of death in older adults. Eugenol and flavonoids in cloves work together to reduce inflammation in artery walls, slowing plaque buildup, protect the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of blood vessels, through antioxidant power. Lower LDL cholesterol, bad cholesterol, while supporting HDL, good cholesterol. Stabilize blood pressure by gently relaxing the blood vessels. The American Journal of Cardiology, 2020, highlighted how polyphenols from spices, especially cloves, help reduce the risk of atherosclerosis. The Journal of Hypertension, 2019, reported that eugenol improved vessel relaxation and supported better blood pressure control in older adults. Think of your blood vessels as water pipes in a house. If the pipes are rusty or clogged with buildup, free radicals, inflammation, LDL cholesterol, the flow weakens and blockages form. Cloves act like a gentle, natural cleaner, protecting the pipes from further rust and slowing new buildup. The result? Blood flows more smoothly, the heart doesn't have to strain, and your whole body is nourished with oxygen-rich circulation. When circulation improves, the benefits ripple everywhere. Your skin glows rosier thanks to oxygen-rich blood. Your brain feels sharper with neurons better supplied. Your hands and feet feel warmer, no longer icy cold. One study in Circulation Research, 2018, showed that improving endothelial function could reduce stroke risk by up to 40%. The fascinating part is this. Eugenol in cloves directly supports the endothelium, keeping your vessels youthful and resilient. If you're taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin or high-dose aspirin, speak with your doctor before adding cloves, since eugenol can affect clotting. And remember, 2 cloves a day is enough. Don't assume 6 or 7 will make your heart 3 times stronger. Too much can upset your stomach or even cause nosebleeds. Day 5 with cloves is like replacing the old pipes in your house with new, clean ones. Arteries are cleaner and more flexible. The heart pumps with less strain. Your whole body receives oxygen and nutrients more freely. Cloves won't replace your medications, but they can be a remarkable natural ally, helping your heart beat stronger every single day. And if you think heart health is the pinnacle, just wait until day 6. That's when the compounds in cloves begin activating one of the body's most powerful defenses, its anti-cancer mechanisms. Let's move into day 6 when hidden cancer cells are stopped in their tracks. Modern research has shown that eugenol, the main compound in cloves, can trigger apoptosis, a natural process where abnormal cells self-destruct before they form tumors. Block cancer cell proliferation by disrupting the signals that drive uncontrolled growth. Reduce chronic inflammation, which often fuels the cancer process. Protect DNA from mutations with its powerful antioxidant activity. Scientific references: Oncology Reports, 2017. Clove extract slowed the growth of colon cancer cells and activated apoptosis. Asian Pacific Journal of Cancer Prevention, 2020. Phenolic compounds in cloves were linked with reduced risks of stomach and esophageal cancers. So cloves are far more than a warm spice for holiday pies. They act like a biological special forces unit, helping your body detect and eliminate abnormal cells before they become dangerous. Think of your body as a garden. Every so often, a weed pops up. That's the abnormal cell. If you ignore it, the weed spreads, takes over, and chokes the healthy plants. Cloves act like a diligent gardener, spotting the weeds early and pulling them out while they are still tiny. That's what we mean by stopping cancer in its tracks, cutting it off before it can ever take root. One of the most powerful effects I see isn't just physical, it's emotional. When my patients chew those 2 cloves, they're not only taking in antioxidants and eugenol, they're also feeding themselves a belief: I'm taking steps to protect my body. That sense of control, of doing something positive each day, becomes medicine for the spirit as well as the body. And often that mindset makes all the difference in living with confidence instead of fear. Let me be clear. Cloves are a supportive ally, not a substitute for medical care. If you're undergoing chemotherapy or radiation, consult your doctor before using them regularly, since natural compounds can sometimes interact with treatments. And please, stick to 2 cloves a day. High doses, or especially ingesting clove essential oil, can harm the liver instead of protecting it. Day 6 with 2 cloves is the day you realize abnormal cells may appear, but they no longer stand much of a chance. You're not just protecting your present, you're planting hope for the years ahead. It's a small step, but one with profound impact in the journey of cancer prevention. And then, with your heart stronger, your liver cleansed, your immune system sharper, and cancer seeds stopped before they sprout, Day 7 brings yet another gift. That's when your body enters a stage of natural pain relief and deep inflammation control. Let's step together into Day 7, when lingering aches and inflammation are soothed naturally and sustainably. Why do cloves relieve pain and fight inflammation? The secret lies in eugenol, the main active compound in cloves. Pain relief. Eugenol acts as a natural anesthetic. It works by blocking pain signals from traveling along nerve pathways, much like turning down the volume on discomfort. Anti-inflammatory. Eugenol reduces the body's production of prostaglandins, the compounds that trigger inflammation, swelling, and pain. Nervous system support. Eugenol, along with another compound called thymol, interacts with GABA receptors in the brain, promoting calmness, relaxation, and even better sleep. Scientific evidence. Journal of Dentistry, 2018. Clove oil was shown to relieve toothache pain as effectively as benzocaine, a common dental anesthetic. Phytotherapy Research, 2020. Eugenol significantly reduced swelling and muscle pain in patients with mild arthritis. Think of your body like a machine that's been running for decades. Over time, the joints, the hinges and gears begin to rust. The friction causes pain. Cloves act like a natural lubricant, reducing inflammation, easing the rust, and allowing the body to move more smoothly. And it's not just in your joints. Chronic, low-grade inflammation hides everywhere. In your blood vessels, your liver, even your brain. By reducing that silent fire, cloves don't just ease pain, they support your whole body. By day 7, here's what many people experience. Joint and muscle pain relief thanks to eugenol and natural flavonoids. Toothache and mouth sore relief from eugenol's numbing effect. Deeper, more restful sleep because of its calming effect on the nervous system. System-wide inflammation reduction protecting your heart, your liver, your brain, and your immune system. Frontiers in Pharmacology, 2021, reported that lowering chronic inflammation also reduces the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even dementia. That means the anti-inflammatory power of cloves isn't just about easing today's pain. It's about adding years of healthier living. If you're already taking anti-inflammatory medications like NSAID or corticosteroids, talk to your doctor first before adding cloves daily. Never ingest clove essential oil directly. It's far too concentrated and can harm the liver and stomach. Stick to the golden rule, 2 whole cloves per day, chewed slowly after a meal. That's the sweet spot, safe and effective. By day 7, you begin to feel it deeply. The stiffness eases, the aches soften, sleep comes more easily. Your body feels lighter, your mind more at peace. And it's not just the result of day 7, it's the culmination of the entire 7-day journey, from the antioxidant shield of day 1, to the immune system revival on day 2, to blood sugar balance on day 3, to the liver's detox on day 4, to heart and circulation repair on day 5, to cancer defense on day 6, and finally, relief from pain and inflammation on day 7. All of it blends together into a body that feels balanced, renewed, and stronger than before. Common mistakes when using cloves. My friends, cloves are powerful little buds, but because they are so strong, many people unknowingly make mistakes that can turn something healing into something harmful. The most common mistakes include using old clove powder. Once cloves are ground, they lose their active compounds very quickly. That beautiful eugenol, the oil that gives cloves their healing power, evaporates over time. So if you've had a jar of clove powder sitting in your cabinet for a year, chances are it has lost most of its benefit. Overeating cloves. Some people think, if 2 cloves are good, then 6 must be better. But taking more than 5-6 cloves a day can backfire, causing stomach upset, nausea, and even putting extra strain on your liver. Drinking clove essential oil directly. This one is especially dangerous. Essential oil is extremely concentrated. A few drops may seem harmless, but taken directly it can lead to liver toxicity, seizures, and even poisoning. Please never take clove oil this way. Not chewing cloves thoroughly. If you just swallow a clove or chew it quickly, you miss the benefit. Eugenol is only fully released when you chew slowly, letting the oils mix with your saliva. That's when the healing compounds get absorbed into your body. The safest, most effective method is simple. Chew 2 whole cloves slowly after breakfast. This reduces stomach irritation and allows your body to absorb the natural compounds gently. If the taste feels too strong, you can soften it by chewing with a little honey or steeping the cloves in a warm cup of tea. But remember, never more than 2 cloves a day. With cloves, less is more. Even though cloves are natural, they aren't for everyone. Some people should be extra cautious or avoid them altogether. Those with blood clotting problems or taking blood thinners like warfarin or aspirin. Cloves naturally thin the blood, which can increase the risk of bleeding. Pregnant or breastfeeding women. Cloves are safe in small amounts as a spice in food, but should not be taken in therapeutic doses. High doses can overstimulate and cause problems. Children under 12 years old, their livers are still developing, and concentrated compounds like eugenol may cause toxicity or irritation. People with stomach ulcers or severe acid reflux. Cloves can create a warming, spicy effect that might worsen burning or discomfort. Those allergic to related spices, such as cinnamon or nutmeg. Cross reactions can happen. Important note, the World Health Organization, WHO, published guidelines in 2021 on the safety of spices and herbs. They recommend a safe daily intake of eugenol at 2.5 mg per kilogram of body weight. For the average adult weighing about 150 pounds, 70 kg, that's roughly the equivalent of 2 whole cloves per day. So you see, traditional wisdom and modern science agree. A little clove can be medicine, but too much can become a burden. When we began this 7-day journey with just 2 tiny cloves, many of you may have wondered, can such a small spice really make any difference? But now, after walking through each day, fighting oxidative stress, boosting immunity, balancing blood sugar, cleansing the liver, protecting the heart, stopping cancer seeds before they sprout, and soothing pain, I believe you've seen the truth. The power of nature should never be underestimated. In more than 35 years of practicing medicine, I've learned this. Most illnesses in old age don't come from a single event. They come from small mistakes repeated day after day, year after year. And on the other hand, lasting health also grows from small, consistent choices, like 2 cloves each day. Day 1, you sparked an antioxidant revolution. Day 2, your immune system woke up stronger. Day 3, blood sugar steadied, energy became more reliable. Day 4, your liver began to cleanse itself. Day 5, your heart and blood vessels received protection. Day 6, the seeds of cancer were stopped before they could take root. Day 7, your aches and pains softened naturally. Each of these small steps, when added together, create a powerful transformation in your body. Cloves are a wonderful gift of nature, but they are not a miracle that replaces medicine or a healthy lifestyle. To stay truly well, you still need to eat a balanced diet with plenty of vegetables and less sugar and salt. Move your body every day, even if it's just a 20-minute walk. Sleep enough and keep a peaceful mind. Get regular checkups to catch illnesses early. Think of your daily 2 cloves as a faithful companion, not the only savior. One patient once told me, "Doctor, old age is just waiting for disease to find you." I disagree. I believe old age can be the season of life where you take more active care of yourself than ever before, so you can enjoy precious time with children, grandchildren, and friends. Every morning when you hold those 2 cloves in your hand, remind yourself, this is not surrender. This is choosing to live with strength and intention. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for walking through this journey with me. You didn't just listen to medical facts. You shared your real stories, your hopes, your determination. And that, my friend, is what truly brings health back to life. If this 7-day journey with cloves has touched you, I invite you to take 3 small actions so we can continue this path together. Like this video so YouTube knows this message matters. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you'll be the first to receive new health secrets I share. Visit this channel daily not just for knowledge, but to be part of a community that grows healthier together. Because health is not just about information, it's about walking the road together. 2 tiny cloves may not change the whole world, but they can change the world inside your body. And if you start today, you'll see that age 60, 70, even 80 can still be filled with vitality, joy, and hope. Let your health journey be a gift, not only for yourself, but for the ones you love most. Wishing you strength, peace, and endless energy. I'll see you again in the next video.